On the way to the grocery store. Gotta stop and get a little propane today. Actually, out here in this kind of weather, in the winter, we use a little more propane, but even at that, all we do is heat hot water. And so, to be honest with you, about 3 or 4 times a year is the only time we have to fill this thing. I don't know. I think it holds about 18 gallons. It costs us 30 or 35 bucks every time we do it, which isn't too bad. But I'm going to turn this around here and give you a little shot of the mountains coming up. And we've got several things planned, as I just told you on the last video. Just got out of the hospital a couple, 3 days ago, and I feel right as rain. So I've got work to do, and I'm going to start her Monday. Turn this around. We'll give you a little shot out the window. Well, what you're seeing now is interstate. And if you look to the left there, you see a string of mountains coming up. Those are superstitions over there. The view out here is always incredible. It really doesn't matter where you are, but wherever you are, you're going to be looking at the desert. So those are things that you have to get used to, but it's beautiful. And the higher you go, the more trees you see. So it's not all bad. A lot of people moved down here from California, and of course we've got the snowbirds out here at the present time. We have a lot of people from Canada, Minnesota, Wisconsin, those areas in through there that get a lot of snow. We need to pray for the folks in Mexico and Texas today, because they had that terrible hurricane, and Texas is getting drenched with rain again and flooding. People are losing their lives, so we got to keep those guys in prayer. But I'm going to shut her down for now, and we'll get back to you a little later on. Bye-bye. Hi, guys. Well, I'm at the grocery store. I'm waiting on my wife, and, I got to thinking, everything that people put on these videos, mine included, are usually just personal thoughts or things that are personable to that person themselves. And part of my responsibility as the reason I write. Now, I've been writing for 50 years, and the reason I write is to make people feel better. I do a lot of research. These historical Western romances that I write, they're all researched, and they're all historical and historically correct, and interesting and exciting, and they have different characters in them. And the children's books that I write are usually about challenged children that must overcome adversity in their lives, and about angels and just different things. And I do that, and I've done that for 50 years. But I do that to entertain people. I don't do it to get rich, because it hasn't made me rich. I've sold books all over the world. Some of them do quite well. Some of them don't do well at all. But writers write. And that's the reason I write. And the reason that I make these videos and share my personal feelings and my personal life with you is because in 76 years I've experienced a lot of life. I've been all over the world for the most part, served my country. I've traveled. I've buried most of my family. I started working in a filling station when I was 15 years old. And back then, when you worked in a filling station, you wore a uniform. And you wore a cap with a bill on it, like a policeman. You washed windows and checked oil, and gas was 19 cents a gallon. But those were a long time ago. That was a long time ago. But it's been interesting. All of it's been interesting. And I know you guys, many of you, all of you, have interesting things that's happened to your life. Young people. I make videos and put them on YouTube to encourage young people to reach out and to study and to become those things that they want to be. I've got many videos on YouTube about that, and young people are receptive to them. But you and I, have seen things that I saw the first jet airplane. When I was in Europe, I saw U-2 or V-2 rockets from Germany. When I was young, I would watch the Iceman deliver ice to ice boxes off of a mule-drawn wagon. Just many, many things, and those are the things that I try to share with people. Um, Grew up alone. Uh, Grew up while I was left standing on the street corner. Found God when I was 16. Have studied all my life. Had to educate myself. No big deal. Everybody does that. And if you're raised in a vacuum, if you've never experienced life, how can you enjoy life? If you've never had a tough time, if you've never had to worry about how you were going to get your kids' school books or their shoes or their clothes, or your shoes or your clothes, and put food on the table. When my first wife had cancer, and she had it for 8 years, and I nursed her, I was raising 4 children alone. Was it tough? Yes, it was tough. Did we make it through? Absolutely. So those are the things that people go through in their lives. I'm no different than anybody else, but I'm sharing it with you because many of you find it interesting. Life can be tough. It can be tough. We lose husbands, we lose wives, we lose children. We get divorced. We lose homes. We all have financial trouble at one time or another. Those are the things that happen. So that's what I like to share with you. I'm going to close this for now, but I just thought I'd ramble a little bit, share part of my life, because I've had an interesting life. And I love people and I love to entertain people. So I love you. Bye bye. Okay, that's pretty much it for today. My wife and I got the groceries and got the propane. Uh, Came on back to the park here. We noticed that there's even more people here for the winter, snowbirds. I mentioned to you about the car that my wife wanted. Well, we got that, and we no sooner got back, and I got in the car, turned it on, and lo and behold, the red light came on for low tire. So that was a trip up to the tire folks to get that checked out. And that's pretty much it for the day. We just came on back, and I wanted to fill you in, get you completed for the rest of the day, and we may start this again tomorrow, or who knows, we may have another adventure altogether. But again, I thank you for tuning in. I thank you for watching the video. I thank you for your subscriptions. We like doing this, and I'm going to give you a closing shot of my lovely wife. Are you ready, Mom?
Yep.
There she is.
Hello.
That's Donna Mae, the love of my life. So, I'll let that go for today, and we'll see you guys another time.